Hello everyone and welcome back to Nightingale Plays Factorio, Mercantilism and Misanthropy. So I did a couple mod updates and this is the best. So the Fat controller now has a little countdown timer to say how long before the train is gonna move. That is just one of those little changes that why was that not there before? So I did a little bit of bus cleanup here. What I did is I was a little bit more careful of stuff. I looked at things like lead and said, okay, well, what downstream am I going to need lead for on this bus? And I said, hey, nothing. So rather than splitting, it just goes off and I reclaimed a spot on the bus that we end up using for the solder. And same thing for the carbon and the resistors, or whatever the heck they're called, basic electronic components. So yeah, those are, so I got a little bit more room, because when I was doing the size of this bus, I never considered the fact that I have 5 different types of circuit boards that I want to here. So that's 5 more. And I think I did give it some extra space, but I don't think it was a 5 extra. But with these 2 and more space as we go down getting reclaimed, I think we'll have plenty. So I think, where were we at? We were going to build some boards. Got resources. Yep, I think we're good. Okay, RoboPort is down here. Yep. So basic electronic boards must be next. But it needs wood. Wooden board, copper cable. So we'll bring our synthetic wood over right here and make some wooden boards, which will feed into this guy along with some copper cable. Or it doesn't matter too much which direction I do it in, so let's do that first. The wooden boards are easy. Ooh, I don't want to use that. I want to save that one. No, this slot is silly. I never ever want to be using the yellow ones right now. In fact, what do we have? Anyway, no more yellow. Gotta make a lot of gears for that, but that's okay. Alright, small guys, do them. Whoops. Starting right about here. How are we doing on inserters? Don't have too many, but we can build lots. Okay, as much as I want to do this, inserters are more important. Did I just give them all here or something? Yep, that's where they are. Alright, so please make me some wooden boards from synthetic wood. So let's have a look at the ratios here. 2 wooden boards every half second, and you are going to need 1 wooden board every second. So I could have this just go as a 1-to-2 ratio thing, which I think I will do. So let's be a little bit more clever about this. So we can go like that. You will be the basic circuit boards. You need 3 copper cable. Interesting. So if I do that and set you to copper cable, what are we going to get? We're going to get 2 copper cable every half second. You need 3 copper cable every second. So it's actually, this can provide for more than 1. Because this produces 4 per second and you only need 3 per second. So it's kind of a weird ratio. So I think I'll just go like that. And have these guys feed directly in here. So we can go like that for the wooden boards. Is that really what I want for wooden boards? No, I have that backwards. I need 1 wooden board a second, and you are producing 4 per second. So that is way off. So just a couple wooden board guys is going to be plenty to supply these. I do think I want to go direct into these just because of the stack size bonus. But wooden boards, I mean, I could do 1 wooden board, 2 of these guys. How far off the ideal ratio would that be? every second we're producing 4, every second we need 1. That's double. That does seem a little bit much. Yeah, so let's just belt it. So we'll do, I don't know, 4 wooden board guys. And we'll actually shift these over by about that much. The reason is that gives me lots of room to just run this belt that way, and that'll feed into our assembly machines. I don't particularly want to use any long inserters. You know, I don't want to run out of room going this way either, so I could do something funny like this. No, I don't like that. So what we're going to do, this will be the copper cable. So now where will these output? These can output like that. Something like that. Except I need 1 extra space there. Okay, so these will be copper cables. So let's check the ratios again. So every second you're producing 4 copper cable. Every second you're consuming 3. That's close enough for me. Wooden board, you're just taking off this belt. One of these can supply 4 of these. So I could have up to 16 of these before I need more of these. So you would just take off that belt. Let's go like this. Nice and symmetrical. And how much copper do you need? 1 copper every half second. I think those inserters can handle that. And you guys just go onto the belts there. And then we can just copy that. And then power. We start using Mark II poles here. We can just put 1 there, 1 there, and that's plenty of power. And then get copper going down here. Okay, so I'm going to want to fill up the belt on both sides. So I'm just curious, if I use a different kind of inserter, will that actually go onto the other side? Let's try and see. Nope. Yeah, I can see it's still going on the inside. So we'll have to do something with the belt there. Now, question is, how many of these do I want? So I take this. That could be a lot more compact. I'm just trying to think if there's another way I want to do this. I mean, I could bring it in by 1 by having a belt go down and then it go under. That would save a little bit. Or I could do something double-sided somehow. Yeah, I'm not crazy about this layout, but I think it's good enough. I'm not going to worry about it. This is a train playthrough. I've got lots of space. I'm worried about the space I left here before I get to stations, but the east-west space, there's tons of that. So, inserters. Is that all you were missing? Looks like it. Just trying to think of an easier way to get these guys onto both sides of the belt. I mean, I could do like halfway split it off, but that's... ugh. No, I think we are going to change this slightly. Okay, strip all this. So you're going to insert into a belt which goes down. Yeah, I've been tempted to turn autosave off, but then I have to admit I have been killed by a couple trains this campaign. So I'm probably not going to turn autosave off. Okay, so if I do it this way, then I'm going to be side loading. So even though I would be loading from both sides, it just gets side loaded. So that actually does not help that much. I could then put that into like a splitter, but that's kind of a pain. I could do something silly where we go like up and around. Not like that, but you kind of get the idea. Like that. And then they would each still end up putting on the outside of this, so they'd still be going on the same side, and that's the same amount of room as the other one. I just feel like there's an easier layout. Like I like this one because it's all the near-handed inserters. It's not using long inserters at all, although, I mean, Bob's Mod's fast long-handed inserters are, well, it doesn't have the statistics, but they're plenty fast. I mean, 31 kilowatts versus 40. Let me give this some thought, and then I'll maybe try out a couple layouts and come back once I got it figured out. Okay, this is what I decided to go with. It's a little bit odd. I've never really done a build like this. It feels a bit wasteful because that is so many underground belts, but I don't know. I kind of like it. And it is one tile less wide than the other one. And no, that's not what we wanted at all. Supposed to look, yeah, more like that. Alright, so that's 8. Is 8 enough? You guys really out of belt? You picked up so much. So yeah, that fairly quickly fills up both sides. It still feels pretty wide, but I can live with it. And you know what? Let's assume that 8 is not enough, and let's double it up. Is that within range? Yep. And you're missing a bunch of belts, a bunch of inserters, you know, the usual story. A bunch of underground belts. So your inserters, what else? Oh. We're going to be out of assembly machines really quickly here. How many more can we build? 21. And then we need more iron gears. Ah, we're out of iron. Alright, so we're likely going to be going to pick up some iron at some point in the near future. Alright, so that's those types of boards. Next, let's get the... Where are we looking? Bob's Electronics is intermediates. So, solder, basic electronics, basic circuit boards. Ratios, every 1 second I need 1, 1, and 5. So I can combine the basic circuit boards on the solder. On one belt, basic electronic components. Just going to need tons and tons of inserters on those. So, I think, just trying to think, how, do I even want to double belt the basic electronic components? Nah, that seems like too much. So we'll do there, and there you are. So you do that. So So that one inserter is not going to be able to do 5 of those. So if instead go like that, input there, output there, put there. And then we'll have that, and that. I think that'll work out well. So this will be the one we want more of, which is going to be the resistors. And then here we will combine the other 2 components, which is solder and basic boards. So it's going to go here. So which one do we want on top? Basic boards, solder. Is there point skipping there? Not really saving anything. Nope. Just messed that one up. Nice long underground belts. Alright, so we've got everything coming over. You are doing bizarre things. Alright, perfect. We just got to power this up. And power is going to be a bit awkward on this one. Let's have a look at substations. Yep, so if I just put substations down here, say like that, then boom, no problem. Then I can change this inserter on every other one. To the fast far, which we'll need a couple more, but I don't think we can because we are out of iron. We'll give them what we've got. And duplicate all this. And of course, this copy is much better. So that's 8 versus 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. 2, 4, 6, 8. There. So that's 16 of these versus 16 of these. Much more compact layout here. Okay, so this is probably all going to time out before I can go and get more stuff. We can do the belt at least. Now it's just missing a bunch of inserters. And there is not much I can do about that without some more iron, so I'm going to go do that. So we'll get iron, and we got a problem here. Yeah, so that's one thing I don't like about these guys, is that when the blueprints are down, this inserter is putting, it's easier to show it here, this inserter is putting where this one wants to pick up. So he'll pick up a resistor, drop it on the ground, and this guy will be like, oh cool, resistor, I'm going to take that. And then he'll put on the belt there. So you have to be really careful when using blueprints, because it's kind of a pain. Alright, so I'm just going to dump some stuff out of my inventory, go get some iron, and we'll be right back. So before we head back, I just want to show you guys some stuff here and actually do some changes. But this train here just does not have enough gear production, so we are going to have to do something about that soon. And I did, between episodes at one point, upgrade the belts up at the gear factory. So belts are going as fast as they can. I think it's more of a train loading problem. And yeah, this station was annoying me, so I just changed it over to a quick Matsuri loader and just dumped it all into these chests so that it would sort of balance out. Is it this one, I think? No, wrong one. Should have looked at the tooltip. There we go. That'll keep this going up a little bit more. So still a fair bit to go before this gets destroyed. And tin 1, same thing. I did destroy or pick up the miners. I'm really thinking that I'm just going to do this zinc deposit. Let's have a look. Does it always say that? This cannot be damaged for... Is that the overlay or the actual ore that's saying that? Yeah, it's the overlay that's saying that. So what do we get? Zinc, 92k. It's not that impressive. Zinc. So is there any other zinc within our realm? There actually isn't. So, impressive or not, I think it's the zinc that we'll use. So let's head over here, rename it from northeast whatever to zinc, or perhaps zinc 1. And stop it. I don't like the way the control scheme works on that. Like if you press the movement keys or something, it should just automatically take you away. And now this guy is uselessly sitting here too because he wants to load up with both of these and none of them are coming because oil as always. So really we are going to have to go and take care of that. So I think we're going west. And actually that would give us another zinc, so maybe we'll hold off on that zinc. Yeah, so is there any quartz up there? Quartz is the other thing I need. So if I can pick up another zinc, if I can pick up a good quartz deposit, that's who knows how far that is, along with some oil, I would be happy. Whatever. We already got that. Quartz way up there and here. Let's see. This is too far. This is sort of awkward. Yeah, I think we just grab zinc stuff, including, or maybe we don't even grab this stuff. Maybe we just grab the oil. How many oil wells? That's 4 there. This is the nice one with 5. So yeah, we can grab this, close off there, grab the bauxite, close off there. And geez, almost probably just close off there, leave this all open for now. And then see what we find over here. And then we're back to just having to grab this quartz here, which I really don't want to do just because I haven't really been expanding too much in this direction. I don't know, there. That's actually not too bad. It's just a lot of areas to clear out. But I really got to do that soon because we just don't have enough oil. Although, once I get the quartz, I can start tearing all this junk down. And, because I think we'll be producing everything that we already produce here, so I don't need this anymore. But there's still a ways to go, and I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's going to be specialized, like the alloys here. Inserters are going to get their own place. So, and what am I? I'm making calcium chloride here, which I still need to do ferric chloride solution. So, I mean, it's a ways away. I think before I start tearing this down, I am going to need to get circuit production, the level 3, the white circuit production going. So I think that's something I'm going to do relatively soon between episodes. Grab these 8 crude oil things. The other thing that's going to help is Pump Jack Mark III. So let's just take a quick peek at the research. I'm assuming that's going to be a titanium thing. Pump jacks, pump jacks, pump jacks. There's pump jacks. No, that's oil pressing. So that gives me the Mark II. Mark III is... Ooh, it's actually aluminum. Aluminum and brass. And aluminum processing is obviously something I can do. The other thing I need to do is research. Let's see. Batteries, yep. I need battery production too. Yeah, so I mean, we're a long ways off from getting a lot of things. So Pump Jack Mark III is not even a consideration at this point. So yep, gotta grab this crude oil. Maybe even this crude oil and this crude oil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay, that's actually only 5. That's still good, but I think it's the same as this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So we've got more than a couple crude oil deposits, and who knows what's off the map here. All right, anyway, enough talk. What I really came here to do, other than complain about this train, was to set this guy up. So circuits. Where do we want to put circuits? I think we'll put circuits on the back half of the train. So let's do... This guy is going to... Starting here, this guy's going to request the... If I can find it, it's an intermediate. It is basic circuit boards. So you need, you should stack up to 200. So what have we been doing? We've been doing full chests. So that's 200 times 10 is 2,000 times 50 is 10,000 minus 400, 9,600. Could have just copied that from just about any other chest, but needed to do the math again in my head. Okay, so you are blue. Then we're going to just keep going down the line. White. Green. More different blue. And that's, whoops. Should pretty much do it for that part. Okay, so let's program those in. Okay, so 9,600 times 2 is 192. I'm not even going to be able to produce close to that amount, but that's... We do want to get it there eventually. No, that's not what I wanted. You get the number 192. You output not a fish. Okay, then blue, blue, white, white, green, green, oh, I didn't copy those properly. It's this one. And finally, blue, blue. Okay, so that's that. The other thing that we are going to want sent here is the electronic components. And I think deciding whether I should put that in the front half or the back half. It doesn't make a huge difference. But let's put it in the back half, or the front half rather. So what do we need to send places? Things need solder modules. So it's really about modules. That's not going to tell me how to build them. And that's not either. So off the top of my head, modules are going to need basically all the same stuff circuits need. So it's going to need... I won't look at any of the module-specific stuff at the moment, but the stuff we're producing there is solder, and that's a 9600. We are going to need resistors at 9600. We are going to need transistors, 9600. And even though we're not anywhere near making them, we're going to need ICs and CPUs. So at least I got it all programmed. That's 5 there. You should be down here. You should be down here. You should be down here. You can copy to here, here. Solder. Solder. Resistors. Resistors. Transistors. Transistors. ICs. ICs. And finally CPUs and CPUs. I think one of the types of boards also gets needed by the modules. Let's take a quick look. Modules is here. So module case, module main board needs the phenolic board. Now phenolic board comes from synthetic wood and resin. We'll just send the synthetic wood and resin and build that on site. I don't have a problem with that. Other stuff with modules, like the module contact, I haven't decided if I'm going to build that. Might actually just build that where I have gold. Module contact is copper and gold. Well, then I'd have to bring copper up there. Nah, that's all going to go in the module factory. Yeah, we'll just do all this stuff in the module factory. Okay, so I've got this programmed. We have got to get back to here, and the next step, I believe, is just going to be hooking up the trains. So that we'll do next episode. So I'm just going to make sure I have enough trains. I've got 4 engines. That seems like plenty. I can only do 5 cargo wagons. That means I am short on iron, or steel rather. So we're going to pick that up, and next episode we will get to building some of that stuff. So this has been Nightingale. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, please make sure to hit the like or subscribe button or leave a comment below. We'll see you next time.